Testing. Bitcoin at 14,869, looking nice. Bitcoin at 14,869, looking nice. $553 market cap. We're coming back. 553 billion. We were at 600 billion yesterday. BTC dominance is at 44%. Bitcoin still pulling strong at number 1. Ethereum at number 2. Ripple right behind Bitcoin Cash. Everything's looking pretty good right now. We're back up. Looks like we're going up and up. Everything's looking pretty good right now. We're back up. Looks like we're going up and up. I feel bad for all those folks who sold at the dip. Can we see 15K soon? Hopefully. I feel bad for all those folks who sold at the dip. Train's coming, the train's coming. 14,950. We're gonna see 1,500. I mean 15,000. Market cap, we're coming back. 553 billion. We were at 600 billion yesterday. BTC dominance is at 44%. 14,980, 20 away from 15,000. Are we going to hit 15,000? Let's see what our market cap is at. $554 billion still, with a 24-hour volume of 50 billion. BTC dominance at 44%. BTC is up 1.4% in the last 24 hours. $14,976. Once we hit 15, we should be climbing back up to our old numbers. Yesterday was a really big scare. It went from, I think, 18,000 all the way down to close to 10 grand in the morning for the price of Bitcoin. LiteCoin dipped down to 150, but it shot right back up, and now we're sitting at 284. And we're live. See if Charlie Lee has said anything new lately. We're all waiting anxiously for some information. WikiLeaks is gifting 2 crypto kitties to President Trump and Secretary Clinton. Under 5 USC 7432, Trump's tender tabby will become federal property to be enjoyed by future presidents via custodians at the U.S. National Archives. Oh God, crypto kitties. I would like to see a crypto puppies. Trump is officially in the cryptocurrency world, whether he likes it or not. Here's Trump's tender tabby and Clinton's console kitty. Let's see what the comments have to say. What the fuck? She's not secretary anymore, you geniuses. So by that logic, my 3rd grade teacher, Mr. Sag, molested Sally Jenkins at the skating rink, but it wasn't discovered until the VHS tape was reviewed 8 years later. He's no longer a teacher, so whatever. Oh, they're just hating on each other. There's a poll. Are these kitties or squirrels in disguise? They're squirrels. I looked into crypto kitties. It's pretty cool. It reminds me of like the old school Tamagotchis. Like you have your own little digital pet. Except crypto kitties could be worth a lot more. I was reading a story where a man has actually made over $40,000 playing crypto kitties. I think with Ethereum. Crypto kitties. Could they be the future or a fad? There's going to be a big opportunity here for companies to create games and start accepting digital currencies. This is a good time to step away from screens, decorate your Merkle trees, water your bloom filters, celebrate Cryptmas with your family. It will all be waiting here next week, and that's from when it was just crashing hard. We're at 14,999. We're about to see 15,000. If we hit 15,000, we should shoot back up to about 15.2, unless it decides to dip back down to, you know, we really don't have many support levels. It's consistently growing over the past few hours, and that's what we love. There's a lot of people who got in at 19,000 and it just began to drop right there. I feel sorry for them, but that's part of the game. You win, you lose, and if you hodl long enough, you should win, hopefully. So just keep hodling. Let's see what our cap's at. We're $1 away from, or $10 away from 15 grand. Cap is at $558 billion with a B. Charlie Lee reached 400,000 Twitter followers. They also, Magical Crypto Friends just came out with their second episode. They had a great podcast. I watched it. It was about an hour long. Some good information in there. You can definitely tell Charlie Lee is not a fan of Bitcoin Cash. And neither am I. It's almost like the rich boys pre-mined coins. But who am I to say anything? If I could afford it, I'd buy it. If I could afford every coin, I'd buy it. And just write them up, because we could be in the beginning of something big here. If cryptocurrencies take over as the reserve market, we can see a 10 trillion plus market cap the moment people believe that it could take over as a reserve currency. Our gold reserves are around 7 trillion. The US housing market cap's around 50 to 70 trillion. So there's definitely a lot of money out there. A lot of money. Bitcoin is having a little trouble here at 14,955, 14,900, dipping down a little bit. It's back into the 800s. It's really finding resistance, trying to hit that 15. But the same way when we were going down, it was working the same. It would find us a section, it would linger there, and then it would drop. And then it would linger and drop. So we're seeing the same thing happen right now, but in an upwards trend, not as fast, of course, but it's lingering around, then it goes up a little bit, keeps breaking new resistance levels, which is very good and healthy. Let's see what else we have here on the Twitter now. I wanted to talk about Charlie Lee dumping all his coins. Now, a lot of people speculated on that and freaked out, and they immediately dumped their LiteCoins right after Charlie Lee, which the moment Charlie Lee dumped his coins, we saw a huge correction in the market. So he definitely had a smart move. He cashed out at the top, but who's to say that was the top? That was a temporary top. So Charlie Lee dumped his coins. A lot of people are mad, comparing him to a CEO dumping his shares and basically sending the ship down to the bottom of the ocean while he saves himself. Personally, I don't believe that's what he did. Charlie, I've seen a lot of interviews over the years with Charlie Lee. He's a very humble guy. The guy's a developer. He doesn't seem like a greedy, money-hungry asshole. He's a developer. He likes to create stuff. So he's already well off as far as money goes. I'm sure he could live for the rest of his life without having to work another day. But the guy wants to create stuff, and I personally do believe he's going to help create a big market for LiteCoin. He's going to market it to connect with other companies. I mean, I would love to see cryptocurrencies being used as a payment method on a lot of these companies like Uber and Facebook and Amazon. And LiteCoin seems very stable compared to other currencies right now in the market. It's been lingering around the 200, 300 mark, while other currencies have taken really big dips. But we'll see what happens. We're near the end of December, so we could see a Christmas pump or a dump if everyone spent their money on gifts, which let's hope they didn't. But we're watching the market here. Nothing much right now. Let's see what's happening over here on the LiteCoin page. Ooh, look at that. I got my gold Nano S wallet. This is such a beautiful piece. We still some left for sale. Get yours at. That's nice. I actually have a Nano wallet, a Ledger wallet. Wow, look at that. A generous person has donated 1,000 lights to the LTC Foundation. Who could have that been? We saw LiteCoin hit 400 pretty much. It was like at 390 something. So there's potential. It could definitely come back to 400 and go right past it. We are at a market cap, a 561, slowly creeping back. We saw a huge drop of about $50 billion to $100 billion over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin slowly creeping back, up 2.39%. Ethereum at 735, up 29%. Bitcoin Cash at 2.858, up 3.8%. Ripple's looking great, guys. Ripple has really amazed the whole currency community. It's been flying up. $1.20. It's currently down 3.9% over the past 24 hours, but it came back down under $1 during yesterday's crash or correction, and it came right back up. LiteCoin at 290, that is looking beautiful. 285 on GDAX. IOTA at 391. Let's see who's had the biggest change. Edgeless has had a 100% jump over the last 24 hours. Let's take a look at this. Edgeless at 290. It's got a market cap of $237 million. It's looking fairly good for today. Verge up 56.93% as the last 24 hours, 17 cents per coin, with a volume of $410 million, with a market cap of $2.469 billion. Redcoin has been flying over the last few days. Redcoin is something to keep an eye on because it's still a penny, with a $307 million market cap. Let's see what else we have here. Tron, 2.8 bill market cap, up 13%. Dogecoin is at 0.006, still under a penny, up 7.87% for the day. Doge is a buy in my opinion. I bought Doge and it's been nice to me lately, and I do see it going over a penny if we continue these runs. Salt at 994, up 9.83%. So Bitcoin's back to 14,756. Lingering around there, just hanging out. Buy walls are looking pretty even here. Let's go back to the Twitter and check out some LiteCoin news. I'm really bullish on LiteCoin right now. Just because I'm holding it, hodling it. Not really a fan of the word hodl, but I'm sure it's going to get burnt out very soon. And it'll be a thing of the past. Just like LiteCoin, $300 will be a thing of the past. Bitcoin at 15 grand will be a thing of the past. I don't know, guys. Are we going to see a $500,000 Bitcoin or $1 million Bitcoin? Or are we going to see McAfee stick his dick in his mouth and chew it? I don't know. We'll see. Personally, I don't want to see McAfee chew his dick, although the guy has 49 children with 36 wives. He is a player. And he's got to stop breeding. But that's just my opinion. McAfee is a genius. He's the biggest, one of the biggest Bitcoin miners in America. I think he said he had over 5,000 machines mining at one given time. The guy is a genius. I mean, he's 72 years old. His wife's like 36. Hot black girl. Yeah. He's my role model. McAfee. You know, McAfee lately has been pumping coins on Twitter, I heard. If you want a quick little ride, you can watch McAfee's Twitter page. So whenever he shouts out one of these altcoins, they seem to go up a little bit, and people have just been riding those little waves up. Oh, McAfee. Oh, McAfee. You smart mother. Look at McAfee, a 25% off Christmas special because prices are down so much. Oh man, the first coin to decentralize and normalize alternative energy. I shamelessly admit that I was blessed with the opportunity to participate in its genesis. Invest or not, glimpse its beauty. And that was from the official McAfee. Here we go. See, the KWH coin, one of my brainchilds, ICO starts today. That was December 21st, which was yesterday. KWH. He's been out there giving us some hints of what he's working on. Now, McAfee has a little bit of inside information just because he's one of the biggest miners. He kind of knows what everyone's doing with Bitcoin and what they're being used for, whether they're purchasing stuff or whether they're sending it to different exchanges or just hodling it. He kind of looks at these transactions and, you know, they set up software that pulls this data out and they can read it better, which gives them a little bit of an advance in the market. Or it could give them a lot. Who knows what the hell they're doing with this information? I don't have a clue. But Bitcoin 14,851 with a volume of 82,000 Bitcoins over the last 24 hours. We're seeing a big sell wall here. Bitcoin is really trying to test that 15,000 limit again. We hit 15,000 earlier around 3 p.m. 15,005, close to 15,500. $14,878 on GDAX. Guys, make sure you guys get your wallets offline. There's a lot of hackers out there right now looking to steal people's coins. And it's happening daily. People are losing coins every single day. And a market cap of 558. Are we going to see 560 soon? We're 42 billion away from going back to 600 billion. Guys, I am waiting for this $1 trillion market. Guys, the moment we hit $1 trillion, two things can happen. We could see a slight correction back down to about 950 billion through 800 billion, or we could just see it just jump once it hits that $1 trillion mark up to 1.2 trillion in no time. I'm talking about like possibly hours. So keep an eye on the market, on the market cap in total, all the coins put together. Once it hits that $1 trillion market cap, we're gonna see some beautiful sparks. So let's take a look here. Let's see who's dropped the most over the last 24 hours. Hemp coin is taking a hit, 20% down. $85 million cap. Speaking of hemp coin, time for a hit. For a currency market smoke. 600 billion. Here we go. IO coin. You know, there's a lot of these coins that are real new. And although a lot of people tell you don't even invest in these because you could lose your money really fast, you can make a lot of money very quick, bro. It's like the tulip mania here. You can make some serious money. I mean, when some of these coins come out, even though the coins aren't really worth anything, people are flooding them right now. I mean, look at this. Everything is in the millions, extreme millions. These are like a whole new economy just grew, and every single one of these coins is like a huge business. I mean, look at these numbers, guys. Look at these market caps. They're just crazy. Like, I've traded coins in stocks and using Scottrade, and those penny coins have nothing on these altcoins. Nothing, I tell you. I mean, I'm still hearing guys in the stock market buying a stock at $2.20 and shitting their pants when it reaches 10 cents higher. And they're selling like crazy. I mean, like, we're seeing that in these altcoins in milliseconds. It's ridiculous, guys. And it's just right now, I think. Once the market cap starts getting bigger, we're going to see the slow movement now. Right now, we're seeing fast movement because stuff's happening. You know, money's coming into this market, new money. And we're seeing all these things change very quickly right now. I mean, look at this market cap. Bitcoin, $246 billion. I mean, let's just look at Berkshire Hathaway's market cap, which is Warren Buffett's company that he's been investing in the last 60, 70 years. So the stock price, one share of Berkshire Hathaway is at $296,000, guys. That's one share of Berkshire Hathaway. Now, let me find that market cap. Market cap of $487 billion. Wow. That's Berkshire Hathaway. Okay? $487 billion. One company. Well, it's not one company. They own tons of companies, all the way from electronics to real estate to metals to lots of things. But just put this into perspective. One man, Warren Buffett, genius, has a market cap of almost $500 billion, okay? One man. Cryptocurrency is so much larger than Berkshire Hathaway, guys. So much larger than Warren Buffett. So much larger. And it's only 100 billion difference right now. Yeah, not even 100 billion. So just watch. I mean, cryptocurrency is going to be able to buy Warren Buffett's companies. It's going to be able to buy all those beach houses he has in Malibu that sell for $30 million each. Cryptocurrency will be able to buy this stuff. Right now, it's not even as powerful as Berkshire Hathaway. Maybe a little more powerful overall, but comparing one entity, Berkshire Hathaway, to the potential of Bitcoin is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Bitcoin is going to get huge. Not just Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology in general. There's going to be losers and winners. You know, something might take over Bitcoin in the future. Something that's quicker, something that's cheaper, something that's more available and not so volatile. Something like LiteCoin. I don't know, guys. I don't know. My hopes is LiteCoin. That's why I've invested in LiteCoin. I mean, if we were to see LiteCoin today, let me pull out my calculator. If we were to see LiteCoin reach Bitcoin's numbers today, not today, but in the future, Bitcoin is 16 times bigger than LiteCoin right now. So if you were to buy into LiteCoin around 300 and it reaches Bitcoin's levels, you're looking at a LiteCoin price of $4,800 per LiteCoin, guys. $4,800 per LiteCoin if it reaches to Bitcoin's numbers now. Is it going to? I think so. I think it's going to. Now, some people say Litecoin should be a quarter of the price of Bitcoin because there's 23 million Bitcoin and there's 80 million Litecoin. So technically it should be 25% of the price of Bitcoin. So if that was to happen, Bitcoin being at 15,000 right now, we should be seeing a price of Litecoin at this given moment of 37.50 if it were to keep that 25% ratio, which who knows, in the future we might see that happen. We might even see it gap even closer. But if you were to compare this to gold and silver, gold price right now, let's pull up AppMax. Let's see the ratios between gold and silver. So we have gold at 1,278 divided by the price of silver, which is at $16.47. Gold and silver is 77 difference. So gold is 77 times more expensive than silver. So Litecoin has actually closed that gap down if you compare Bitcoin to Litecoin. So it's about half. Now, why am I comparing it to silver and gold? Because silver and golds are reserve. Guys, I invested in silver and gold years ago. I wish I would have invested in Bitcoin instead of silver and gold, because silver and gold is almost half the price of what it was when I invested in it, whereas Bitcoin is just to the moon compared to that. So yeah, I would have had over $10 million had I put my money in Bitcoin instead of silver. So that's over the past 6 years, 5-6 years or so. So there's definitely a lot of different investments we can make out there that will have some nice returns. John McAfee. I love John McAfee, guys. He's such a good optimistic speculator on Bitcoin, and he said that if it doesn't reach $500,000 per coin by 2020, he's putting his own dick in his mouth and swallowing it, chewing it up. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope we see that 500,000 price. Now, guys, John McAfee had predicted a price of 10,000 at the end of this year. That was doubled. That was doubled. His prediction was doubled. We almost hit 20,000. So if John McAfee could predict a price of 10,000 with all the inside information he has from his mining, huge mining company and everything else and all the connections and whatever he says he has, he is estimating 500,000 by 2020. That's 3 years. What if it doubled? We're looking at $1 million Bitcoin. $1 million Bitcoin. Is that possible? Absolutely, it's possible. It's far past that possible. You know, $1 million Bitcoin would put the Bitcoin market cap at approximately $23 trillion. A market cap for Bitcoin of $23 trillion to reach 1 million. Now, is that possible? Of course it's possible. Everything's possible. 23 trillion. Gold and silver reserve is around under 10 trillion, okay? The dot-com bubble back in the 90s popped at around $10 trillion, guys. And the dot-com bubble is nothing compared to Bitcoin, okay? Nothing compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the silver to the internet's gold. So if the internet itself is gold, Bitcoin's a silver to that. Okay, so it's bigger than the dot-com bubble. Blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, is going to be larger than the dot-com bubble, which popped at $10 trillion, guys. $10 trillion. We're not even at $1 trillion yet with the cryptocurrency market. Guys, hodl. Over the next 5 years, guys, we're going to see some crazy numbers. So if you're the kind of person who has patience, who can buy something and hold on to it and not let it go right away, just hodl this stuff, man. Hold your coins, forget about them. Go back to work. Buy what you got, buy what you can, and go back to work. Continue living your life. Don't look at the price day to day, because you're going to freak out. You know, Bitcoin has some large corrections that looks like it's a bubble popping. We just saw one last night. People were selling their coins at a loss. They were panicking. They thought the price of Bitcoin was going to go back under 10,000, possibly back down to the hundreds. I mean, these guys were freaking out. GDAX shut down. Coinbase was getting shut down. It wasn't able to sell your coins. Oh no, you weren't able to buy coins. You were able to sell them. There was like 300,000 transactions that weren't going through. 300,000 transactions that weren't going through, guys. So this is the beginning, guys. Right now, Bitcoin, LiteCoin, altcoins, it's a little hard to get into them. Not a little hard. It's kind of easy now compared to how it was before, but it's still not as easy as, say, using Facebook. So the moment we have so many apps, so many developers creating things for cryptocurrencies, it's going to be a lot easier to get into the game than it is today. And when it's easier, there's going to be more people doing it. You're going to have games like Farmville back in the day using cryptocurrencies, like CryptoKitties. You're going to have a lot of things using cryptocurrencies that we didn't even think of today. So for all you developers out there, there's a big market here. It's not just about buying coins and selling coins. If you can create some sort of internet application that runs off cryptocurrency, you're going to become the next mini Mark Zuckerberg, the next mini Tesla. There's so many things out there. I mean, Coinbase is starting a custodian company where they take care of your Bitcoins. You need a minimum of 10 million coins to get in there. A minimum of 10 million net worth of coins to get in there. Are you kidding me? That just shows the potential this market has. If Coinbase can say, no, we're not going to take your 1 million worth of coins and take care of them for you. We are only going to take 10 million or more. That just shows how big this market is, guys. It's like Costco. Costco, you can buy a membership for like $200 a year. That's like Costco saying, no, we don't want your $200 memberships. We're only accepting people that pay $10,000 or more a year. That's because the supply is right here and the demand is up here. So the demand is high for cryptocurrencies right now. It's just that people are really scared. People don't know if this is going to pop. People think we're at the top right now and it can come crashing back down and they're going to lose all their money. So, I mean, I don't blame them. Nobody knows. Anyone that tells you they know where it's going is lying. All we're doing is speculating, guys. We're just speculating. So, we're not... It's speculation mixed with a little bit of history. Because if you look back in time, governments weren't the creators of money, okay? The public, the free market were the creators of money, and then government took over it. So that's what Bitcoin, that's what blockchain cryptocurrencies are. The free market created this money, okay? So just watch government take over. I mean, as much as this technology was created to give us freedom from centralization of government and control and manipulation, they're going to figure out a way to take over. They always do. They always do, and they will, unfortunately. So you're going to start seeing state-run cryptocurrencies, for example, like California coin or United States coin or Dubai coin. There's already a Dubai coin, but it's not connected to the Dubai government. It's just someone that created a random coin. There's tons of coins out there, guys, so be very careful. There's a lot of these coins that are trash, that are just useless. People creating them because they can. So be careful. You know, they say only invest what you could afford to lose, but nobody listens to that. If we could only invest what we could afford to lose, guys, we'd all be poor. You wouldn't have rich guys that are billionaires like Mark Cuban because they fucking invested more than they could afford to lose. They invested 110% what they could afford to lose. I mean, these guys were going hungry. They were going to bed hungry. Okay? They were investing more than they could afford to lose. They couldn't buy food because they were investing it all. And it paid off, guys. That's the only way you make it big. You know, take big risks. If you don't take a big risk in life, there's no big rewards. So we're at 14,875 with Bitcoin. It's really having trouble trying to reach this 15,000 mark. But we will get there sooner or later. We shall get there sooner or later. So I'm going to take a break here. Still going to watch the markets. I'm going to come back live in a little bit. So make sure to tune back if you want to hear me run my mouth a little bit more, and we can chat about this Bitcoin market, watch what it's going to do. I don't see much happening tonight. Tonight's kind of a slow night. It's 9 p.m. here Pacific time, and the price is pretty steady. Yesterday was a crazy night, so everyone was on the internet trying to figure out what to do. So, all right, I'll be back in a little. Make sure to tune in for our next live stream.